Counseling is not just a skill, it's a transformative tool, evolving to meet the changing dimension of life. Hello, wonderful attendees. I'm your host, Dalvinder Kaur from Lovely Professional University. Get ready to dive into today's topic, that is role of counseling as a life skill changing dimension. Before we proceed further, allow me to introduce the experts of the day. Dr. Manish Kumar Verma, Professor, School of Humanities, Social Sciences and Languages, Lovely Professional University. With over 22 years of teaching and counseling experience, Dr. Verma brings a wealth of knowledge and insight to the table. His extensive research, including 45 papers published and supervisions of 7 PhD scholars, makes him a leading authority in this field. So now I would like to introduce Dr. Tarlochan Singh, Director, Hunjan Institute of Medical and Behavioral Sciences, Ludhiana. With a wealth of experience as the National Secretary of Medical and Behavioral Science in Ludhiana, Dr. Singh brings a wealth of knowledge in mindfulness, training, and psychological services. So now I would like to introduce admission nominee also in this webinar, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, Officer and Area Coordinator at the Department of TIAPS, North 1 Division of Admission. Mr. Sharma plays a pivotal role in connecting the university with various institutions and organizations. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would request to everyone, for any questions you can write in the chat box or in the Q&A box, and same will be addressed from my side in the end of this webinar. And now I hand over the things to Dr. Manish Kumar and Dr. Tarlochan Singh, and it would be an absolute delight to listen from them. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dalvinder. Thank you so much. And I share my screen now.
Sure.
I think it is visible.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible. You can continue.
Thank you. Thank you. We are talking about the role of counseling as life skill changing dimension, and as I've introduced already. So I'm just giving you just brief data. That is a state of mental health in India. In every 5 individual suffers from the form of mental health illness symptoms. The average suicide rate in India is 10.9 for every lakh people. More than 80% of the people in India do not seek professional help, professional assistance, and they are not bothered about that. They go to the professional help. That's why I just asked to the professional person over here. So he just gave you more insight about that. So, what about life skills? Life skills all about the first thing that comes our self-awareness. The people are not aware about themselves. That first thing. Most of the people have problems, but they not understand themselves. Second is empathy. Empathy is like just think about others and just put your shoes on other person's feet. Critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making. Most of the time, we are just obeying the things, not make any decision on the things. The what people say, what others say, we follow. But that is a problem. So problem solving is the next. Effective communication, interpersonal relationship. We all work on this particular life skills. These are life skills which are more important related with the stress and your mental health. So we work on that. So this is the basic area, but I just want to ask to sir, why counseling, sir?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Manish. Thank you, other hosts. As Dr. Manish started brilliantly life skills and he highlighted important life skills. So, as we see life skills, so I will try to relate counseling with it. What is counseling? Many people confuse counseling with just an advice or guidance. It is not just an advice. So, counseling is a process which is a more planned, structured dialogue between a trained counselor or a client. So it is a cooperative process in which we discuss with the client and where we help the client to identify the sources of difficulties and the concern what he is experiencing, so we can together develop some ways, some coping strategies to deal with and overcome these problems that the person currently experiencing. With this, the person learn new skill, and sometimes not new skill, they just get increased understanding of themselves and others around him, so he will be able more effectively to solve their problem. For example, a student, if we talk about the college student, he may be anxious how study will work in university, how he will be able to clear so much exams, and how he will have time for other activity, how will he adjust with roommate of another religion or of other culture. So such concerns sometimes do not necessarily need something from outside, but the counselor will provide the insight so the student himself explore their thoughts, their emotion, their capacities, so he will get some insight to handle such everyday life problem. So counseling is very important. uh, it's not only for mental health issues. We say ki it is not ki we are suffering from problem, no, it can help to variety of life issues. It can help you to manage your life transitions. For example, you are now transferring from your student life, school life to the college life, from college to university, and we have some conflict and stress related to changing careers. Now we are shifting our careers. So similarly, some loss of loved one. So there are so many life transitions which definitely give us some kind of stress or setbacks and challenges, where we can seek counseling that can prove as a valuable support. So many times it is a preventive also. Counseling is not only for the crisis situation only, it also benefit for the personal growth, for the self awareness, so we can prevent ourselves in from going into some mental and emotional disaster or crisis. So similarly, it helps us to recognize the sign. So it helps and encourage people to seek counseling when they are experiencing some emotional distress, for example, anxiety, depressive, and some relationship difficulties, or maybe other mental health issues. So counseling help people to recognize so they can seek a professional support whenever needed. There are so many other emotional challenges like unable to manage emotions, because in day to day life we experience many negative emotion, positive emotion, and we sometimes emotion become overwhelming, and it becomes so overwhelming and it start interfering with our daily functioning. So in such case, as counseling can help. And sometimes we are unable to handle the burnouts, because university life, college life, student life is so demanding, and there are so many challenges that cause some stress that can lead to burnout, that can affect your academic performance, your overall well-being also. So counseling provides a kind of stress management technique to help you to cope up effectively with burnout, and the saturation point for physical fatigue, headache,
That is,
psychological health, so many
uh,
things.
sorry
Yes.
for interrupting, but that is my next question. Okay, how one understand and they should approach to the counselor for counseling,
Yeah,
right?
sorry for continuing, because I am so overwhelmed already to sensitize, to educate people for the need of seeking counseling, so I keep on
That's why
speaking.
that's why
Yeah,
sir, I
yeah,
just interrupted, ask you just
yeah.
tell about that things. What are the trigger points? The people
Yes.
understand that trigger point, so how they must approach to the counselor for that.
Exactly, exactly.
Sorry for the interruption, Dr. Talochan Singh. Kindly switch on your video, please.
Just 1 minute, 1 minute.
Thank you so much.
I don't know why it is okay. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. You can continue. Thank you so much.
So I'm visible now.
You can continue.
Yeah. So, as I told Dr. Manish, it is not necessary to seek counseling in case of some mental health issues only. There are so many other things. For example, life transitions. As a student came into school, then they transit to college life, and they transit to university life. So starting a college, changing career, and having so many adjustment challenges. So in such cases, student and college student, youth people can seek counseling to manage their life transition and related stress very effectively. And as I told you, it is not only for the mental health crisis, it is a preventive approach also. Counseling can help you to understand your personal growth and self awareness, so you can prevent yourself to going into some emotional turmoil or into some crisis. Or it is also helpful to recognize signs. For example, people who may be listening to us now, they might not need counseling right now, but by listening us, they feel encouraged or encourage other their friends and their loved ones and other individual to seek counseling in case they are experiencing some emotional distress or some persistent anxiety, depression, or some relationship difficulty. When I say relationship difficulty, it include all relationship, whether it is roommates, classmates, your romantic partner, or your family, or your colleagues at your job. So there are so many relationship conflict because of lack of communication. We avoid talking about it, and counseling help you to get more skill to communicate effectively. So there are so many signs. For example, people are unable to manage your emotions in their life because overwhelming emotions can interfere in your life. And burnout, I already told, burnout, when sometime we feel physically burned out, we feel fatigue, headache, psychological health issues like anger outburst and low motivation. These are all sign of burnouts that interfere with your academic and as well as your professional performance. And lastly, I will emphasize on some behavior that we are unable to control. There are certain behavior that we are unable to control that might be destructive also. For example, self harm, substance abuse, or some compulsion without having an urge to do something, and after that you are feeling remorse and regretting about. For example, overuse of internet, porn addiction, social media addiction, all are behavioral addiction that are some behavior that we want to control but we are unable to control, and then counseling can help in such cases. A very uh, popular and common everyday life issue is procrastination. When you feel that you want to do something but you are delaying it for no reason, counseling can help to explore the drives and the motives and the anxieties and the stress behind your procrastination, and so you can help and overcome it. And similarly, overeating, self harm, so many everyday life issues where counseling can help, and people can seek professional help from a counselor.
Right, sir. I think you already covered affecting factors, so I just come on the second slide of affecting factor. But sir, I just want your take on this particular benefits of counseling. If you have some real life experience, you can share that benefits of counseling related with these problems.
Yes, definitely. I will tell you. I am into practice for the last almost 12 year now and into independent practices. So for the last 7 years, I'm not attached to any psychiatric hospital because we have an independent counseling department. So we often see cases who are experiencing everyday life issues. For example, I was just telling overeating, stress eating. So there are a case people who people come to me with some problem related to stress eating. Stress eating is a concept when we feel stress and we want to eat something and urge to eat something just to uh, pamper ourselves or distract ourselves from the stress, and we all believe that it is helping, but it is not helping. It is a sabotaging behavior. Initially some of the friends help the client to eat pastry, some sweets during stress, and people come to me, and you also must have seen that there are so many cases who eat a lot during the stress. And uh, another common example of my case, whenever a person is stressed, their friends, a boy was there who was anxious related to his some relationship issue with his girlfriend, because he is facing some breakup issues. So he shared this problem with his friends, and his friends suggested him to just chill out, hang out, and have some bottle of beer, and you will overcome it. And he started using it, and he is getting some short term relief, but slowly and slowly got indulged in substance abuse, and he was now unable to control consuming beer every day. So then uh, his family member approached us, and we tried to explore. Nobody was knowing that he is having some breakup issue with his girlfriend or his partner. Nobody was aware of that. People are just seeing him as a alcohol addict, that's it. And he was a young boy, nearly 21-year old. And when he came to counseling, we just focus ki just to try to explore their issues and their triggers and their drives to consume alcohol every day, why he could not stop, and what to avoid what he is using this. And then we explore during the counseling process कि he is not able to overcome the trauma, the loss of his loved one. To overcome, he is got indulged in some faulty coping, that is using alcohol. But in during counseling, we helped him and taught him some coping strategy, and after that he's out of it, and now he's able to manage their all anxiety and distress without using any substance.
Right, sir. Sir, maybe some students are there who want to know about the qualities of counselor, because they
Exactly.
are coming for the psychology and they understand that subject. So they just want to know maybe the qualities of counselor. Can you tell us some qualities
Exactly.
of
Yes. Yes.
counselor that must be there?
Yeah. So uh, I discussed that counseling is not advice.
Right,
Counseling is not a guidance. So if you just explore these two sentences, counseling is not advice, counseling is not a guidance. So there are some specific qualities of a counselor that differentiate him from a professional counselor or a journal ordinary advice giver. That quality in all of that, first is he must be a active listener. We call it a listening. So anybody who has a good listening skills actively, when I say active listening means without interruption, just listening. Instead of giving your advices in between and jumping to the conclusion before he ends, just listening calmly, patiently. Instead of reacting on his talks, you have to reflect. Reflect means just pushing him and encouraging him, and ensuring that you are providing a safe environment he can talk about anything. Just listen. So when I talk about providing a safe environment, so here comes the second quality of a counseling, that is a confidentiality. Confidentiality is a trait which encourage us, which teach us to keep everything confidential, and ensuring the client that it is a confidential and it is a professional talk going on, and we will definitely manage and maintain this trust. Number three is a good counseling has a therapeutic alliance. Like if we talk about the stages also, how counseling begin. So initially, every counselor try to establish a rapport and try to build a trust, that is called a therapeutic alliance. For example, if somebody comes to you and he is hesitating from sharing something, and it is your duty, it is the first step of counseling that you will establish such an a warm and cooperative environment that client must feel welcomed, non-judgmental, completely listen. So he must feel this ki he can share anything now. This is our duty as a counselor to establish a good environment of trust and good rapport so he can share everything. So these are the basic things, and there are so many other things that people learn when into the practice. But the initially, as per my experience, building trustful relation and establishing a alliance between when the first come to you, the person first come to you, this is more important, because after building a therapeutic alliance or a trustful relation, then you go further. Otherwise nobody share their problem comfortably.
Right, right, sir. Very basics. You define that particular things, but I'm just so with your discussion, I just simply says that slide is there. So we are going for the counseling that positive change in one's life. So this is
Yes,
the basic life skills, right? But that is not a means the people have problem only then when they come for the counseling. Whenever they feel low and they trigger something, some emotions are there, some personal issues, so they can come for the counseling. So that brings positive change in their life. Uh, Sir, I just want to ask one more thing. As like people are saying, counseling is the not discussing and other things. So if counseling is going with the science, so there are some stages of counseling. Can
exactly.
you just brief some light on the stages of counseling?
Exactly. So, if we talk about the professional counseling, it involves certain sessions where the client has to meet the counselor as decided. So, it is includes several stages, steps, and some number of sessions that may be 10, 15, depending upon the goal we have decided. So, initially, first stage, as you mentioned in your slide also, it is an intake. Intake is a first stage, initial stage. During this stage, a counselor gathers some essential information about the client. That information may include his personal history, the concern with which he came to us, and or maybe any immediate crisis. During this, we can do certain activity also, like we can establish some good bond or good rapport with the client. We can good build a trust during this stage, and we can collect some demographic detail, like who is the person, what is the age, which background he has, what is the education level of this, and how many family members are there. And we can also identify the reasons for seeking counseling, why he is approached and or refer to counseling. And we will assess the client's readiness, how much ready he is to change or to work on the areas of concern. So this is the first step, we call it intake. And later you write history taking. Yes, history is something more detailed of stage of intake. The purpose of this stage is we explore the client's life history, family dynamics, like how he's developed, how was his childhood, how was his youthfulness, and how what are the major significant events in his life happened, and what are the past experience which are negatively impacted on him. And it help us to identify the patterns and the underlying issues for which client approached us. During this, we can conduct some activity like a we can conduct some a comprehensive detailed biopsychosocial assessment, which include everything related to his psychology, emotions, and sometimes some biology also, whether there are some physical factor from biology that may contributing to his current issues. And we can also explore the childhood experiences, trauma, the relationship he had during childhood, during schools, and some important significant thing. And we can understand how client cope up with his everyday life, like what is his usual style of coping. So by understanding this, we may work on his problem. So after that, we go to another session. Till now we may have 2 to 3, even sometimes 4 sessions, because when we take history, so we often have 2 sessions also, because we need to explore in details. And after taking detailed case history, we set goals. Goal setting is a a stage where we collaboratively establish clear objective for the counseling, that the goals, what we want to achieve, that the desired outcome that client wants, and accordingly we prioritize our goal based on the urgency and the importance. And at the end, before ending, we have a major intervention, the core counseling, where we start our therapeutic techniques that are applied to address the various identified issues. There are number of techniques based on your choices and your experience and your qualification. There are so many evidence based approaches available, like CBT, psychodynamic therapy, mindful based things. And we intervene and explore thoughts, emotions, and then at the end we terminate this session with it. This again may take 2 or 3 sessions to terminate the overall counseling, with which we review our progress, whatever we have done in the last session, and how the client is prepared and learned the self management. And things to remember is कि we do not want to depend client on us. ऐसा ना हो कि people are now keep on talking to you and approaching you, because they cannot even live now, they cannot even take a single decision without you. So it is very important while terminating to make the client independent, to take their decision and to manage their problem effectively, independently, because this is the major goal of counseling.
Right, sir.
So these, yes, sir.
Right, sir. You are also giving a caution also. So if there are some more cautions about the counseling, so can you give some cautions about that? Yeah, how people not do that things which in counseling.
Yes, exactly. So I when you ask the qualities of a counselor, so I
Right.
told you confidentiality. So this is another caution and major don't, that you have to maintain a confidentiality of the client. And after that, you should be a listener. You should not interrupt or jump to fix the problem quickly, because I mean, there should not quick fix. You just हाँ कोई नहीं आ जाओ ये करते हैं वो. It's not something, not like counseling is not a quick fixing. It is a understanding and evaluating problem. And before terminating, uh, you have to make the client sensitive enough to understand, knowing that what now we are going to end now, because he must be having some expectations more, because we have to clear that now we have to end this. And now then another thing, that you should not uh, give him any faulty coping strategies or quick fixes otherwise also, because you should not say this कि आप ऐसे कर लेना, अगर ऐसा होगा तो ये कर लेना, nothing. And majorly what I believe is most important in the counseling process, and the most dangerous also, that is the dependency. Because we have seen mostly people become dependent on the counselor, because after attending 10-20 sessions, now they want everywhere a counselor, especially in case of the opposite genders. Sometimes there are a male counselor have some transfer, we call it transference. Transference is something special attachment with the client. A counselor may develop some attachment with the client, so they are giving some extra benefit in counseling, spending more time than decided. So this is all a dangerous thing, not only for the client but for the counselor also. Many cases, uh, client also develop some transferences. So we should avoid such personal things, so we can make more effective. And the patience means sometimes progress takes time. So be patient with yourself as a counselor also, because being a counselor you have to patient, and you have to encourage the client also to be patient, because progress often take time. Many times counselor become upset because of there is no progress. Maybe the client is not able to follow what are you teaching. So it may frustrate the counselor, and he can call off the counseling in between. That is a dangerous thing again for any counselor and the clients. And emotional support. Counselor provide a safe space to express feeling because we are providing emotional support. So this may cause client to dependent more on you. So be realistic. So client should expect from you realistically only. And you should be honest with your counselor. As a counselor you should be honest, and as a client you should be honest. And as a counselor you must be aware of your expertise and your limitation. In case you are not able to help, you should be honest about your capability and skills. Do not engage the counselor client unnecessarily. If you are unable to manage certain skills, you must work on yourself for certain things. जैसे कहते हैं कि जो कहना होता है वो पहले खुद करना होता है। डोंट से जो आप खुद नहीं करते प्रैक्टिस, वो कभी प्रीच मत करो। डोंट प्रीच व्हाट यू डोंट प्रैक्टिस। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है।
Unmute yourself, Dr. Manish. Dr. Manish, unmute yourself first.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Kindly continue.
So I just simply said counselor need counseling, right?
Exactly, yes.
As per
Whatever problem, yeah, whatever problem you are treating, so you must ensure कि आपकी वो सारी चीजें पहले balanced and managed हैं।
right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Rest. I think I have 5 minutes, ma'am. More.
Yes, sir, you can take 5 minutes more.
Okay. So I just, sir, give you some brief about our school, Department of Psychology, the School of Liberal and Creative Arts. So I'm just giving some brief. So you just, as per slide, I'm just simply saying this is the ranks. Our LPU social sciences subjects are ranks first. We are in QS ranking also 18th and 12th now. Social science and management subject. So this is our ranking. Our school is
Great,
top institute in liberal art, outcome-based, industry-driven, and research-oriented curricula. And I think you are already giving some comments on our curriculum. Socially meaningful, build professional career, social entrepreneurship, and competitive exams. We are
great,
offered these type of program: Bachelor of Art, Bachelor of Arts Honors, Master of English, Hindi, Punjabi, Clinical Psychology. We are offering in psychology. There is three different disciplines: clinical psychology, psychology, and forensic psychology. So we all have students in this particular all three area. And in the clinical psychology, we are also offering in psychology and clinical psychology, we are offering counseling as a specialization,
great,
right? Master of Arts, education, and all those subjects are there. Social master of social work, as like some psychologists also join the social work area, so they are just going to the master of social work. We are also offered that. So our curriculum highlight burst basically based on curriculum development projects. We all our every students doing their project in every year, not in every semester, but in every year our students do some community development project, some summer internship. Our UG and PG students both are doing summer internship. So I think some of the students have contacted you also. Gamification
exact.
of
Yeah. The many lovely university already attending our internships and previously attended, now approaching us for
right,
upcoming internship. Yeah, thank you
right, sir.
for recommending us. Thank
We,
you.
we always recommended that summer internship and blended learning moves, and our students are always registered for that.
Yeah, it
So,
is important. It is important. Practical exposure is important. And whosoever is listening, if they are planning to join psychology, I would like to add, I am in touch with the lovely University Department of Psychology and their curriculum, and I've seen their the way they have planned the teaching activities as well as the exposure activity. So I must recommend, because the counseling, psychology, clinical psychology is upcoming professional branch and it is highly demanded. And I recently discussed with the department at Lovely University, and I am also requesting Dr. Manish we are offering on-job training for Masters of Psychology student in our institute. We may recruit two interns for on-job training where we will pay some respectful stipend also.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Yes,
As I'm just taking this particular note for me also, and I'm just giving you some idea. Our students already goes for internship and many places in India, so they are working in NIMAMS, DRDO, and as a forensic psychology, some are working in Tihar jail also.
great,
Different hospitals also, and I think your hospital in that list, right? I think Ludhiana Fortis, there are two students are working in Ludhiana Fortis also on the particular internship.
great,
And our students also go for the counseling in schools, right?
great. That's
As
very good.
I'm just giving a three names over here. I think Cambridge International, everybody know, and Akal Academy and YS Group. So our students are also working as a counselor over there, right, sir? So
Great,
this is
great,
the
great.
for graduate students we are offering English as a complete compulsory subject. So they are going with a master class series in English literature with Living Legend, Padmushan, Ruskin Monser, and our core strength is related with mapped with the competitive exams. All syllabus mapped with the competitive exams. We are work on the field project, field visit, interdisciplinary, and our careers, as we discussed already, corporate sector, government sector, freelance, and high
Yeah,
studies.
in fact, I'm thankful to you also to add a recent opportunity to discuss the various career options in psychology last week in Lovely University. I visited
Right,
last week.
right, sir, right,
We missed meeting.
right, sir.
Yeah.
So that's why we are giving the lot of approach to our students, so they know about the different scenario of working, counseling, and other things. So these are our psychology students who are placed in different companies for writing, for counseling, for content writing, everything.
Great, sir.
So thank you, ma'am. I think from my side that is over. So
Thank you
this is
so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Manish and Dr. Tarlochan. So it was wonderful watching you talking on life skills, affecting factors, qualities of counselors, stages of counseling, and many more from our experts. And now I would request to the admission nominee, Mr. Rishabh Sharma, to be on the screen. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dalvinder Ram, for providing me with this opportunity to guide the students. Before starting, I would like to extend my regards to Dr. Lochan and Dr. Manish. It was very delightful to actually watch and listen to them. It was very informative for me as well. So today I'll be discussing with you all about the infrastructure part, approvals, accreditations, and what courses we are offering, eligibility, fee structure, and how to apply for LPU. So I'll give you glimpse of each and everything without taking much of time. Let's start. So yes, so to start with, it gives me immense pleasure and proud feeling to share with you all that LPU is now NAC grade A++ university with the 3.68 score on 4-point scale. It is highest score in first cycle of accreditation among all government and private universities. If we move further, yeah. So we also have approval from ICAR, NCTE, Bar Council of India, Council of Architecture, Pharmacy Council of India. List is long. We are also member of Association of Indian Universities, then International Association of Universities. So, if we talk about ranking and awards, LPU has been ranked 23rd by Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2023. We have been ranked second by World University with Real Impact under the Atal ranking of innovation on uh, Atal ranking of institution on innovation achievements. We have been ranked third. If we talk about extracurricular activities and exposure, LPU creates history. 12 out of 13 LPU students won Olympic medals in all three categories: gold, silver, bronze. Lovely Professional University champions of 37th National Inter-University Youth Festival under the aegis of Association of Indian Universities, New Delhi. Our students excelled in all the departments, whether it is theatre, fine arts, music, dance, literary, possession. Again, our LPU was first runner-up for National Sports Award Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad Sports Trophy 2023, which was awarded annually by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India. Again, our students shined at 19th Asian Games. You can have a look. Uh, Abhishek gold medal in archery, Parminder bronze medal in rowing. And if we talk about the exposure at LPU, LPU successfully hosted 106th Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, His Holiness Dalai Lama at LPU campus, interacting with students, two former presidents in single frame, then President of Afghanistan, Mr. Hamid Karzai, alongside then President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, alongside our worthy Chancellor Sir Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal, Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha, Sri Arun Jaitley ji, then Finance Minister of India, Venkaiah Naidu ji, Gohar Gopal Das ji, many Bollywood celebrities as well as sports personalities keep on visiting LPU campus. I don't need to take names, their names. You already know them by their faces. You can just have a look. We have added few of the slides. So yeah, LP also hold one Guinness Book of World Record on its name for highest number of people doing Bhangra at a single venue. So a state of art infrastructure, Shanti Devi Mittal Auditorium of sitting capacity of around 2,500 people. We have labs, libraries, Unimall is there. All you can get all your essential needs fulfilled from this mall. Whether it is basic need, you want to join gymnasium, bowling area. We also have 50-bedded hospital in university campus. Aerial view of lovely professional university. Yes, lush green campus. You can just have a look. Clean and green campus, LPU campus, night view of lovely professional university. We also have indoor stadium facility available. Badminton is there, combative sports, shooting range is there, volleyball, basketball, squash. We also have Olympic size swimming pool. This is the outer view of our indoor stadium facility. Now let's go live and discuss about the programs which we are offering. Just give me a second. Yeah. So I hope my screen is visible to you. Now, how you can check all this information yourself? Please note our website address, that is www.lpu.in. Once you go to www.lpu.in, you just need to go to admission. Then if you are 12th pass out student or graduate student, you can click accordingly. I have already clicked on after 12th program. Then we need to select the discipline. As we are talking about psychology. I have already selected psychology. So under psychology, we have BA honors in psychology. Just give me a second. Yeah. So it is a 3-year program with 6 semesters, and eligibility says you need minimum 750 marks in 10 plus 2 with English as a subject or equivalent, subject to qualifying LPUNEST exam or CUET. LPUNEST is Lovely Professional University's National Entrance and Scholarship Test. This test serves the purpose of your eligibility as well as scholarship. So now let's talk about the fee structure. What is the fee structure for this particular program? Fee structure, a very nominal fees of 50,000 rupees. But yes, again, in LPU, fees always depend upon your own caliber. We are offering scholarship up to 14,000 rupees per semester. You can get up to 14,000 rupees scholarship and that too on the basis of LPUNES or on the basis of your 12th class percentage. Then other scholarships are also there. You can get scholarship on the basis of CUET as well. And if you want to check the criteria, here is the criteria. From here you can check. Otherwise, we are also giving scholarship on the basis of need base. Here, if you will click, it will route you to that particular page. From there, you can get all the details. If your parents are in defense, in that case, you are already eligible for 20% scholarship. So, it is also there if they are having any gallantry awards. In that case, scholarship can be increased. So, what are the important dates? Very important to discuss. Yes. So online registration for this program already started from 1st of May. Slot booking last date and to submit the application. Last date is uh, if you want to give exam on, let's say, 18th of May. In that case, you need to apply for LQNet and book your slot by 15th of May, 3 days before the conduct of exam. Please keep in mind. So date of examination is 6th May to 28th of May. Every day exam is being conducted in different time slots, and the display of result is your result will be displayed within 48 working hours from the day you have given your exam. Last date of admission is within 7 days after the declaration of your result. Last date otherwise is 31st of May. Okay, so now how you can apply for LPUNES, or because first step is you need to apply for LPUNES. So for that you can simply click here on apply now. Otherwise you can always note the direct link, that is admission.lpu.in. I'm repeating it for you, admission.lpu.in. Once you come to this page, here you need to register yourself. After filling these details and clicking on register, you will receive an email pertaining your credentials, and you will receive the information on SMS as well. So it will take you to your dashboard. There you will find a button for continue to LP Nest application. There you need to click and you need to proceed further. So now if we talk about what is the fee structure for LP Nest. Fee structure for LP Nest is 1000 rupees for male applicant if you apply without pay, and 500 rupees for applicant. Now again, if you want to connect with us to on WhatsApp, you can simply click here on this button. Otherwise, you can note our WhatsApp number, that is 98525 69000. Then, if you want to connect with us for live video counseling through Zoom, you can click here and you can interact with our counselors. If you want to connect with our telecounselors, in that case, you can note this number 01824404404. You can call us on this number and your queries will be answered. So I hope, Talvinder ma'am, I have covered all the important points. So thank you so much once again for providing me with this opportunity to guide the students.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rishabh. As I can see, there are some questions from our participants. Can we take questions, Dr. Manish and Dr. Tarlochan?
Yes, we can take questions.
Yes, yes. We are here.
Thanks for giving me chance to address your questions. Now let's start with the question number one. Megha is asking here, what specific life skills does counseling aim to cultivate in individuals, and how do these skills adapt to changing dimensions?
Yes. Can you repeat the question again, please?
Sure. Megha is asking here, what specific life skills does counseling aim to cultivate in individuals, and how do these skills adapt to changing dimensions?
Okay. So as initially we discussed the different types of life skill in the PPT showed by Dr. Mani. So I think a counseling is a powerful and very effective technique to cultivate all of that skills we have mentioned in the uh, slide. But still, if you want to specify, the counseling can make you unable to manage your emotions and explore your thoughts in order to make you more effective in everywhere, that is your personal life, social life, or your occupation life. So it can make you more capable to cultivate all other life skills. With the help of counseling, you can cultivate other skills also, not only one skill. Because counseling is a tool to achieve almost every life skill.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tarlochan. Gurpreet is asking here, what has the role of counseling involved in response to shifting societal norms and challenges? Societal norms and challenges, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a very good question. But counseling, whatever role counseling has everywhere, it is the same role. As I told you, it is helping the individual to understand, to explore their thoughts in order to accept, in order to adapt to new changing life situation, whether it is academic or family level or some societal also. So here, counselor will help to understand the nature of the trigger, the stressor, whatever changes he is facing, whether we can change it. If we are not able to change any situation around us, counseling will help you to modify that and modify your behavior according to that. And in case you are not able to change or modify, the counseling will help you to accept this with uh, serenity. So you will be able to accept, and it will help you to develop the acceptance in you during the changes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tarlochan Singh and Dr. Manish Kumar. I hope all the participants got the answers from our experts. As we come to the end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing their valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding their admissions. If anyone want to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, or can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars. Until we meet again, with the permission of my seniors, I would be signing off this webinar. Take care and goodbye. Have a nice day.